Hi guys, have you heard of AK Taxi? Well, AK Taxi is here to change for better the way taxi apps work. In the days of old, you would use your taxi app to call a taxi. The taxi would show up and it will give you an estimate, for instance, between 3,000 and 3,500 naira. You jump into the car, get to your destination, and the driver will give you a 6,000 naira bill. And you'd be like, why is my bill 6,000 naira? And the driver will be like, oh guy, you know there was hold up. Well, with AK Taxi, prices are not just fixed, they're actually negotiable. Meaning you can price the cab after it's giving you a quotation on the app. There's so many benefits of AK Taxi. Well, it will save you money as a user, make you money as a driver, and even make you money on commission if you're going to be an agent. Why not sign up for AK Taxi now? Visit the website ak-taxi.com or call, take the numbers down. These are very, very important numbers that could take you from poverty to owning your own property. Plus 234 90 666 106 or plus 234 80 33 44 8638. You can also send an email to info@ak-taxi.com. Offer your own fare and the prices are fixed. And for drivers, there are no commissions, only a monthly subscription which could be as low as 100 naira. And as an agent, you can make up to 20% on each car under an agent. Sign up now. Send an email to info@ak-taxi.com or visit ak-taxi.com. Don't be left out. Don't say Daddy Freeze didn't hook you up with some good AK. Download AK Taxi today. Available on Android and very soon on iOS. AK Taxi. Taxi the way you love it. The revolution is here. Point 9. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for one of the biggest interviews Nigeria has ever seen? Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio with me, I've got the area father himself that doesn't like to be called Egbon, Bros, Uncle, or Daddy. The one and only Charly boy. And you see, if I'm having anybody as my guest, I usually try to come up with questions. With Charly boy, I'm trying to not come up with questions because there's too much to ask. So I'm going to try to start with the tame side because I know this is going to build up. I know our faces are going to be in some places today. So I'm sure.
You just said this was going to be fire.
Fire, yes. We're lighting the studio up and possibly the world. Okay, so let's start with a very, very easy thing.
The easy ones, yeah.
I don't know how easy the last Nigerian elections can be, especially with the way things went. But please, okay, Charly boy, I'm going to beg you in God's name, just be gentle with it because you know we're still on the radio.
Yes.
And we require the government to give us license. So, you know, Charly boy, I'd love to interview you in the UK.
How come? How come?
Where I can ask
I'm
anything.
not my village.
Yeah.
You can come to my village and ask
you can
me
come and look for us in the
anything.
village. So talking about the last elections, especially because you were particularly vocal during these elections, how do you see the outcome of the elections?
With all the rigging, with all the criminality that went on, with the killings, the total chaos and disorder, how would I feel? This can be an election. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't an election, and we've never had it this bad before. And I remember after the election, for almost 4 or 5 days, I was like a hermit. I went to one hotel to chill out, and I told nobody, don't call me with the result, as if I knew what was going to happen. Yeah? And when it finally did happen, it was like we came to a wake keep. That was how I was feeling. I felt really horrible. It was like, oh, not again. But unfortunately, that was what it was.
Now, we had many young people that showed up this time. We had the Mogaloos, we had the Sowores, even Feladrotoid came with a bit of prayer and prayed a lot. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's your take on the youth of this country? Are we really ready to vote someone of our age range, or are we ready or not? Let me just ask you like that.
We're just not ready.
We the people or the government?
We the people. Government would do whatever they enjoy doing, and whatever they're known for doing, they will keep doing it. What about us? We're the one with the short end of the stick, right? We're the one who is going through this hopelessness, this frustration, okay, this uncertainty, this insecurity. What are we doing? Is this how we're going to roll over and play dead? Or could there be something else we can do? Because the government will always be the government. They'll do what they please. And if we're expecting a change, I'm sorry, but that change it has to come from us, not from them. Because they're never, ever going to change. Except they start to feel that the people are changing.
Now, I'm glad you're speaking about them not changing, the people changing. Now, let's talk about the people changing. Do you think the people are going to change? Because in all fairness, the election was between two main candidates. The young people didn't really have a voice. Why?
They did have a voice.
But not compared to the older candidates.
No, you wouldn't expect that just too soon.
Okay.
But the young people, with the exception of one or two, now, if you will recall,
yeah,
I had a packed meeting in my house where the young candidates came, about 20 something of them.
Okay.
They came to my house, yeah? And the plan was, okay, we need to all come together and give these people a fight. And I had asked everybody, listen, if you're for Nigeria, give up your personal ambition. Let us have a criteria where we'll pick somebody that we will all line behind, right? That was the plan.
And who was the person you suggested that everybody lined
I didn't
behind?
suggest.
Who
they
was
wanted me to suggest. I said no.
Okay, who was the person that most people were inclining towards?
I don't know about most people, because no sooner had we started that than I started to see the handwriting on the wall. I knew that these people, like I said, with the exception of one person.
One or two. Okay.
I don't think it's fair to start calling names, but with the exception of one person, the rest were there because they were paid to be there. They were paid to interrupt, to disrupt. Yes.
Talking
Which
about
is a sad thing, because these were people, even though I didn't come to endorse anybody, okay? I didn't really want to endorse anybody, but I had sentiment for one or two people. But it turned out that 98% of them were just criminals who were parading, who were involved in this deceit, especially with young people who believed in them. that they really meant to run for the president. No, they were working for the opposition, they were working for the enemy, they were working for one of the parties or the other one.
Oh, wow.
Which was a big shame.
Oh, wow.
Because I heard things like, oh, let's vote the lesser evil. And I would ask, is evil not evil? What makes evil lesser? So I was not for A, I was not for B. Yes, my heart, like I said, went out to the alternative. But I found out that they were worse than the people, the people who were cussing and dissing.
Still live on After Dark on 96.9 Cool FM. The studio time is 6 minutes down 8 o'clock on a very beautiful Tuesday. Barakah Salah to our Muslim brothers and sisters. Our special guest today is Charly Boy, a man who needs no introduction. So let me just present him to you. He was talking about the young people who are actually working against the people with agendas. Now, real quick, I hate to digress, but I'm going to come right back. There were allegations and insinuations.
Before you go there,
yes,
let me tell you my permutation about Nigeria.
Okay.
Okay? I've watched carefully. I've been on this trip for the past 41 years, you know that. I've remained faithful to the cause. I've been consistent. I've been tenacious. I've been doing this way before some of them people were born. Okay? My first son is 48 years old. He's an associate professor in MIT Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, so no be today. Forget about the boy and the Charly. This is the area father now talking. Now, this is my permutation about Nigeria. We're said to have like 200 million people.
Yeah.
Now, out of this 200 million people, I think somewhere between 60 and 70% of them are youths.
Okay.
Now, there is a fight for the soul of this youth.
Okay.
Now, out of the 200 million, unfortunately, sadly, 98.5% are complete mumu. I always say that Nigerians are the most arrogantly ignorant son of a you-know-what. Okay? Because they are mumu, na follow come. For some people, na factory fitted. Yes. So that leaves us with 1.5%. Listen carefully. Please.
I know exactly what you're talking about because...
Listen carefully.
You know what I'm trying to do with religion, and we just keep getting the same results. But anyway, I want to hear you out.
Leaving 1.5%. Now, 0.5% is the people known as the cabals. The people who have the army, the navy, they have everything. They have all the agencies. Okay? They're too powerful. They are monsters. Okay? If you take that away, you have 1% left. Now, if you turn 1% into 100 again, 85% of that 1% works for the 0.5%. These are people of the intelligentsias, the CSOs, the people who understand the game. Because it's all a game, you see. It is a game. Okay? It is a game, and the joke is on that 98.5% who are arrogantly ignorant. So, that leaves you with 0.002%. Where is where I belong? We don't have the money. We don't have the media. We don't have anything. We just have the truth to speak to power. But who hears us? Because these other people who are parading as whatever they are parading as, who are working with that 0.5%, collecting money from the 5%, If you ask me, I say we need a revolution of the mind first and foremost. Because the revolution, they know they ring bell, oh, they know they advertise, oh, they know they publicize for TV. Like they say, you heard that quote phrase, the revolution will not be televised. One day you go just come out, I go see you for junction. You go see me for junction because we just had it, we snapped. They know they advertise them. So all this boo yaya, people will like me, then they believe anything will be, because me I don't talk, say Nigerian na follow come. We need to address that. Our mind na poto. I have a song for that, but unfortunately.
Yes, of course, we're going to be playing it right here on 96.9 CoolFM. You speaking about the revolution, there's a movement now called Revolution Now, pioneered by CORE, and of course with Omoyele Sowore, who's currently in detention, right in the middle of it. What's your take on that particular
Can
scenario?
somebody else give me our take? You know, because we came here as a team. Make you not just be saying unlimited talk, but I could still talk. But if you don't mind, I mean, Doris, I came with Madam Doris Udensi. Doris Udensi is our diaspora coordinator.
Hello, Ma. How are you doing, Madam Doris?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Okay, so addressing the rest of us, who we hopefully can say that our Mimu is not for local. So, Madam Doris, right now the question is about Omoyele Sowore and the revolution now. And what's your take? Is it premature? Do you think Nigerians ready for it? Do you think it's a step in the wrong or in the right direction? What is your take on this?
Okay, my take on that is we need revolution, all right, he said. It's mental. Because the Nigerian citizens, they've been brutalized. They've been abused to the point that their minds are not working right.
Okay, so going by what you're saying, let me pick it up. We're not ready for revolution now. We're ready for a mental revolution.
Exactly. And like he said also, when you are about to have a real revolution, you're not going to start beating drums, doing commercials, advertisements, because the people that you're going to have this revolution against, they're going to wait for you. They're going to make everything, they're going to do everything possible to stop it. So it's something that you plan on the ground and you just wake up, something happens. People are out there on the street. See, to change the people holding, like from his permutation, the people holding us down, they're not up to 200 people. We're 200 million. They're not up to 100 people. And the people that will save this country will not be up to that either. So you just have to find the right people, put them together, and you talk and you do. It's not beating drum, making announcements and getting ready everybody. It's publicity.
Yourself as Nnamdi Kanu.
You know what I'm saying? So this is just publicity stunt to be relevant. That's the way I see it.
So you see this as cloud chasing?
That's what I think. That's what I think. We're not there yet. The country as a whole, but the people in the government, they're not ready, because power is never given. Nobody's going to wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm tired of this power. Here, youth, take it.
And the youths are not ready.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's taken. So, you find those right people and they go do something and they take it. When Ghana had their revolution, I don't think it was publicized.
It wasn't televised.
It wasn't televised.
Okay, we're going to go on a quick break and then still come back with a whole lot more. Hi guys, have you heard of AK Taxi? Well, AK Taxi is here to change for better the way taxi apps work. In the days of old, you would use your taxi app to call a taxi. The taxi would show up and it will give you an estimate, for instance, between 3,000 and 3,500 naira. You jump into the car, get to your destination, and the driver will give you a 6,000 naira bill. And you'd be like, why is my bill 6,000 naira? And the driver would be like, oh guy, there was hold up. Well, with AK Taxi, prices are not just fixed, they're actually negotiable. Meaning you can price the cab after it's giving you a quotation on the app. There's so many benefits of AK Taxi. Well, it will save you money as a user, make you money as a driver, and even make you money on commission if you're going to be an agent. Why not sign up for AK Taxi now? Visit the website ak-taxi.com or call. Take the numbers down. These are very, very important numbers that could take you from poverty to owning your own property. Plus 234 90 666 16106 or plus 234 80 33 44 8638. You can also send an email to info@ak-taxi.com. Offer your own fare and the prices are fixed. And for drivers, there are no commissions, only a monthly subscription which could be as low as 100 naira. And as an agent, you can make up to 20% on each car under an agent. Sign up now. Send an email to info@ak-taxi.com or visit ak-taxi.com. Don't be left out. Don't say Daddy Freeze didn't hook you up with some good AK. Download AK Taxi today. Available on Android and very soon on iOS. AK Taxi. Taxi the way you love it. The revolution is here. After dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters, 29 minutes down 8 o'clock on 96.9 CoolFM, Nigeria's favorite radio station. 96.9 on the dial and CoolFM Lagos on Twitter, CoolFM Nigeria on Instagram and everywhere else. I've got Charlie Boy in the studio and today is going to be a very, very explosive day. I have a quick set of questions someone sent in and I want to ask these questions so we can move on because they're about the revolution we were talking about. So they're questions from a gentleman called Jigger Collins. And he says, since you're talking about a revolution, are you supporting Omoyele Sowore's revolution now?
Nobody their own revolution. Revolution is about the people. And the people we feel it's time to take their destiny in their hand. Nobody own revolution. So all this one are just boo-boo yaya. We don't see it. Me, I'm no longer a moo. So I know what's happening.
Yeah.
But if the rest of Nigeria want to be conned, that is their fucking.
Oops.
Shit.
Oops.
Oh my God. Oh, I think blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I take that back.
It's okay. It's all good. Now, the same Jigger Collins asked a question.
Yeah.
He said the insinuations and allegations, especially from your interaction with that gentleman called Deji Adeyanju, that some money in hundreds of millions.
Please, enough of that crap.
Please, let's address it.
Yes, we're going to address it. First and foremost, I've been doing this thing before they were born. Secondly, I come from a good place, Daddy Fresh. You should understand what I'm talking about. I come from a very rich heritage. I come from a rock solid pedigree. Okay? Lion no fit born dog. Okay? One thing, my father lived with me in my house for 15 years before he died. I took care of my parents because whatever my heart, what speaks to my heart is what I follow. Okay? I know that I gave, as a growing up kid, I gave my parents hellfire. But when I came into maturity, I knew that it was my responsibility to take care of my parents. Okay? Look at what I did with my marriage. I've been married to the same woman for over 41 years. So I know what commitment is about. Look at what I did with the brand Charly Boy. Even when I started, when people thought I was crazy, when my parents didn't even believe in me, I remained consistent, tenacious, and focused. Okay? When I come into a thing, I come with my heart. Okay? And who is going to give me money? What kind of money can whoever give me? And the same mama born them. They are not the people who will come to save us. So how can somebody give you money for dissing them? Does that make any? It doesn't make any sense. It's just that, you see, the mindset, let me tell you about this kind of mindset. This mindset is like a crab in the bucket mindset. Do you know that any ounce of goodness is seen as antisocial? If you that is fresh now, something happens on the road, you're trying to save somebody, okay? From the goodness of your heart, because that's what you should do, okay? The story of the Good Samaritan.
Yes, absolutely.
People will now ascribe that to say, who paid Daddy Fresh? Why is he doing that? That is how bad things have gotten. So anybody is only a total idiot. People will not know me who will believe in that kind of story. But it's neither here or there, because, you know, name callings don't, you know, I strive in it. Remember, I've been called gay. Remember, I've been called a ritualist. Remember, I've been called irresponsible. Remember, they said at one time that I'm the head of Illuminati in Africa. So, which one? Where we want pass? Where do we want talk? Charly Boy means different things to different people. So, it's unfortunate for those who want to believe that. But I know who I am. So, if you call me by any other name, it's really neither here or there for me.
You mentioned Atiku Abubakar. What's your take on him as a presidential
I
candidate?
just see them, oh, that was why I put in a song. I didn't know that the people around me at the time were mostly PDP people. The Dejadenji is a poster boy for PDP. He's a boy for PDP.
Wow.
Yes, he does hustles for PDP. I mean, you don't know that one.
I don't know.
Now you know.
Wait, I know.
Now you know. They're all politicians. And how come it was only people from a certain tribe who were doing all this coup? Deji Adeyanji, Areyo, something, Raf Adebayo, Sowore, Omoyele Sowore, who orchestrated that campaign. But like I keep saying, you can't bring down an institution, because that is what Charly Boy has become. Because Charly Boy has been responsible for millions of youths who ordinarily would have given up on themselves. But because they've seen the consistency, the tenacity that this brand has chased his dream. I remember 40-something years ago, who would deal with me with a 6-foot pole? Everybody who saw me, they ran away. They didn't know what the brand was all about. But I charmed my way into the hearts of Nigeria. And I gave the youths the purpose that whatever your dream may be, hold on to it, chase it with vigor, because you may succeed. You can never give up on yourself. So anybody that wants to believe that story, go ahead. I'm only answering that one because you asked me. If I not answer, I can't be like say, but please, I'm not from that class. I'm not I'm not a street boy. Okay? I come from a damn good place, okay? And learning from my father, one of the biggest lessons I learned from my father is the value of contentment. My father didn't really wasn't that rich, but he was content, he was happy. And those values he ingrained in my DNA can never leave me, okay? So, one, I'm not from their neck of wood. I have a different pedigree. No, because we all don't become Niger everywhere, poto. People don't know the difference, but I know the difference. I know I'm not a street person. I know I come from a rock solid background, and I don't need to hobnob with any politician whatsoever.
For the past 40 years, you've been in this grind
Yeah.
and on this particular fight. In your own words, have things gotten better or worse?
Things have gotten worse, and it will get a lot worse than this.
By a lot worse, do you mean financially? Or
Anyhow you want to look at it, it will get a lot worse. And I'm hoping that one day we'll finally wake up. Okay? Now, I have no illusion. I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm not here like, an amigo save anything. No. But if by my action and by the words that come up my mouth and walk in my talk, that I can cause somebody in the future, okay? The analogy I want to give to you is like Dr. King and Barack Obama. Dr. King had a dream, okay? But it was Barack Obama that fulfilled that dream. Abi?
Yeah.
So mine is to ignite the exceptional Nigerian youths, the exceptional Nigerian people. If something can cause that, listen, I'm almost 70 now. Waiting remain now. Would I go on becoming a professional protester? They carry placard every time. No. So I have a different tactics, and that's why I said the revolution I'm interested in, revolution of the mind. Because you see that 98.5%, okay? That 0.5% of the cabal, they are jostling to keep those mumus in perpetuity. We are trying our best. We don't get money to make sure that the mumus, they come alive. They stay awake. They awoke. They start to ask questions. And that is why I'm now saying, everybody go back to your region. No? If you know where you come from, go back to your region, because your house cannot be poto poto. And then you want to come outside to be talking. Talking what? So me, I've gone back to my region. Okay? Because I don't think that this way, or to have a confrontation with the Nigerian army, is what's going to solve this. No.
Currently, what is your take on the position of the Nigerian youth?
Oh, that is a very sad story for me. I don't blame them sometimes, but sometimes I do. And let me tell you why I don't blame them. I want to use this opportunity to apologize on behalf of those my age mates, the ones that came before me, who are all responsible. Responsible in the sense that some of us who were hiding under the bed, who were hiding in the closet, some of us took off, okay, and didn't want to have anything to do with the military, okay. It was still our docility talking. We were not bold enough. I did the little I could do, but I'm only just one person, okay. We're not bold enough to stand and say, this is rubbish, we're not going to have this. Okay, as a result of that, scammers, riffraffs, bandits all occupy the space. Look at the kind of leadership you have. Is that because a country deserves its criminals, really? If you ask me. Look at how we ended up. Have things ever been this bad? You know, I can say all what I'm saying because I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, now I'm seeing the ugly. I was born in the early 50s, you know, when Nigeria was sweet, when we still have scholarship, when they used to ask if they see you doing something naughty outside, okay, somebody will call you, say, I know your papa, and I know they behave like this. And I'll take you back to your parents. Now look at the fate of the youth. The government has failed them. Their pastors have failed them.
Oh, thank you.
Wait. I know say I don't wake you up. You know, family has failed them. Your family that used to be the whole thing. We were all about family. Family has failed. Communities have failed. Where do you want these kids to go? Who are their role models? Are all these thief people, all these criminals, all the people where they deceive people? How about, come on, give me a break. So in that case, I don't blame them. But I blame them because, see, Freeze, you know what I'm talking about. Some people come from very good homes, they end up in the gutter. I mean, not so. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Some people come from, they're struggling all their life, yet they make something out of their lives. Okay? So it's an individual thing. Okay? Because I come from a good background, a rich heritage, doesn't mean that I will be successful. But I struggle for my independence. It was my own sweat and blood, my hard work that got me here. You understand? So if somebody gives you a bad deal and you can't take it and turn it around, well, sorry for you. Because if the Nigerian youth insist on still becoming docile, they want to watch Big Brother when their house is born. Hey, then go here when they never begin.
That literally happened.
Yes, they never begin. Then go here, then go see nonsense. That is what I say. So, yes, I know that the youths are disenfranchised, as it were, but I urge them to, after all, when I started, my parents didn't even believe in me, or nobody believed in me. But I believed in myself, and I was chasing what I was chasing with gusto. And that's why I'm here today.
All right, a quick break, and when we come back, it will be more of Charly Boy on 96.9 Cool FM After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. Please stick around. Hi guys, have you heard of AK Taxi? Well, AK Taxi is here to change for better the way taxi apps work. In the days of old, you would use your taxi app to call a taxi. The taxi would show up and it will give you an estimate, for instance, between 3,000 and 3,500 naira. You jump into the car, get to your destination, and the driver will give you a 6,000 naira bill. And you'd be like, why is my bill 6,000 naira? And the driver will be like, oh guy, there was hold up. Well, with AK Taxi, prices are not just fixed, they're actually negotiable, meaning you can price the cab after it's giving you a quotation on the app. There's so many benefits of AK Taxi. Well, it will save you money as a user, make you money as a driver, and even make you money on commission if you're going to be an agent. Why not sign up for AK Taxi now? Visit the website ak-taxi.com or call. Take the numbers down. These are very, very important numbers that could take you from poverty to owning your own property. Plus 234 90 666 16106 or plus 234 80 33 8638. You can also send an email to info@ak-taxi.com. Offer your own fare and the prices are fixed. And for drivers, there are no commissions, only a monthly subscription which could be as low as 100 naira. And as an agent, you can make up to 20% on each car under an agent. Sign up now. Send an email to info@ak-taxi.com or visit ak-taxi.com. Don't be left out. Don't say Daddy Freeze didn't hook you up with some good AK. Download AK Taxi today. Available on Android and very soon on iOS. AK Taxi. Taxi the way you love it. The revolution is here. 96.9 Cool FM After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. About 4 minutes to go for 9 o'clock, so we're beginning to round things off. Still have Charly Boy in the building with us. And moving on quickly because we don't have too much time. I want to talk about your hashtag, Now We Be Government. What do you intend to achieve with that hashtag?
I think the best person to explain this would be our guest that she keep leaving her name.
I can never forget her name, Madame Doris, right here with us. So, Madame Doris, please tell us about Now We Be Government.
Okay, Now We Be Government is just to is a campaign to strengthen the office of the citizen. Yes.
In what way do you intend to achieve this?
Okay. The ways that we want to achieve this is just sensitization. You know, talking to the way we got here is talking. That's what, because everything is resolved through talking. If you want to keep people in perpetual slavery, you just have to talk to them to a point that you take over their minds, and that's where our citizens are today. Our minds are not right anymore, so we need constantly to educate them. So we intend to educate the citizens, be in their face, teach them, not going to school to get a degree, because a lot of us have a lot of degrees and still we're mumus when it comes to our own governance. We don't participate, we don't ask questions, we don't demand accountability, we don't demand transparency. So we just, it's like when you have a company, you're running a business, and you just employ people and you just go your way. You don't ask questions. By the time you come back, your business is run to the floor. So you have to keep asking questions. Look at the deadlines and look at your bottom lines, and know what is they're doing right or they're doing wrong. So that's how our government is, because the citizens who are really the boss, they're not asking questions. They're not checking up on the people they put in power. I'm going to put that in air quote. The people they put in power, if we really did. But it is what it is. Our Mumu Don't Do campaign was to sensitize citizens to vote right. Yeah, it was to sensitize our citizens to vote right. Now we finished the election. The voting is done. We got what we got. But now we have to switch the game to tell the people that we are actually the government.
Madam Doris, who are you working with to the furtherance of this cause?
We want to work with everybody that has the mindset of change for this country. If you want to change this country, change to come to this country, every organization, every individual, every church, everybody that wants this country changed, we're willing to work with them, because no one person can do this job.
Are you sure the church wants the country to change? Because from what I studied in Marxism from Karl Marx, religion is the opium of the masses.
Yes.
It is the hope of the hopeless, and it is an illusion of hope. Now, to remove religion as the illusion of hope means you've got to create real hope. Now there are people who are making money off selling the illusion of hope, and when real hope comes, they'd be out of business. So do you really think, I'm just asking, do you think the religious bodies, because most countries that are developed are not religious, religion and development don't go hand in hand?
Well,
China is one of the most developed and one of the most atheistic. Same with Germany and many of these countries. We are one of the most religious countries in the world, second maybe to Afghanistan. And development-wise, you could see how that correlates.
Well, let's take them by their words. They pretend, or they say they want change. They want things to get better. So we're giving them benefit of a doubt, right? So if they really want change, now what is dividing us? The things that are being used to divide us in this country is religion and tribe. These two things. So if we include these people and say, okay, let's talk about how we're all gonna come together, because those things that divide us can actually bring us together if we walk them right. So that is why I included religion. If we can take them on the face level, on the surface, and say you preach change, this, that, okay, it's time to do it, because like you said, Nigerians are very religious. If your pastor stands at the pulpit and said, okay, everybody go and vote, everybody do this, they're going to do it because, pastor have said it or a man has said it or whatever. So that's what we hope that will happen. But if we begin to talk to the citizens to understand that these things that divides us can actually bring us together, and you have the power to say, no, enough is enough. Enough is enough. When it's time to vote, I'm not going to vote you because you are my church person or because you're from my village or you're from my state or whatever. I'm going to look at what you have to offer to the citizen before I vote for you. Once the citizen begin to understand that, you'll find out that the people that's had held this country hostage, they'll begin to fear. Because they begin to, okay, these people are woke. Because everything that is happening here, I think, and I know, is systematic.
All right, let's end with a question for you, Charlie boy. What's up with your music career? I noticed you've dropped some new songs. I can see that you're still... You said you're nearly 70.
I still have the...
I don't believe that.
Say it, freeze.
You don't look like you're anywhere near 70.
Yeah, but
you look more like 50.
I work on that. But forget about the looks, though. You know the inside my body, so you don't know what's going on, man. I'm catching hell inside my body. Things keep breaking down at will. And my body seems to have a mind of its own, but that's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good because I do the right thing. I eat right. I exercise all right. So, that explains. And then I'm surrounded by everything youthful. Everything youthful.
So that keeps
I know
your mind in
follow
check.
old people like you.
Yeah. Shots fired. Before I allow you to answer this, there was a bit of a dilemma about your daughter that came out gay. And you
dilemma on whose side?
on our side, we the public watching. And then you seemed to support her, and then she came out and seemingly called you out.
Called me out.
And saying that you didn't support her. Well, you supported, of course, the media can be very good at carrying twisted information.
No,
so what really happened?
My children were tight like that, okay?
How many children do you have? Before?
I have 9 kids. My first son is about, like I told you, about 48.
48, wow, older than me.
Yeah.
Bros, Charlie boy.
He's an associate professor in MIT. Yeah. I have 9 children and 16, not 10, not 15, 16 grandchildren.
16 grandchildren. That's a whole dynasty.
Oh yeah, that's a village now.
Yes. So.
Football team and a half. So yeah, I for a long while I suspected because my kids will always bring their girlfriend to the house or their boyfriend to the house or wherever. So I was suspecting her. Then one day I got a call and said, Daddy, I want to say something to you. Promise you're not going to get upset. I thought as much. And she now goes, I'm coming out. I said, you're coming out to where? Where are you going? And she said, I'm gay.
What was your first reaction?
My first reaction, I was like, God, how do I deal with this? And I was trying to tell myself, be cool, be cool, be cool. You don't want to scare her away. You don't want. I said, okay. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. And I now asked, okay, maybe it's just a phase. He said, we'll see. But you see, this is my whole, people were like, oh, why are you supporting her? Now, who I go support? Are these people foolish or these mumu people are asking me, why am I supporting my own daughter? My father made the first mistake. When I came back from America, I had my certificate and he gave me a letter. He said, go somewhere, go and meet somebody, give him this letter, start your work. I tell him, I say, me, I won't work for anybody. I didn't want a 9 to 5. So when parents, Now,
Please remind us, what certificate do you have again? Law?
no. I didn't even do law. I did mass comm now. I did
Mascom.
Yeah,
Oh,
radio,
fabulous.
TV.
Oh,
I'm
fabulous.
a journalist. Yeah.
By training.
Yeah, by training. Yes. Yeah. So he was disappointed that I didn't, I wanted
Toe
to
his
do
line,
Yes. Okay. And I tell parents, I say, listen, whatever your kids are doing, support them, bring them closer, let them be your friend. So even in the worst case scenario, they will come to you as a true friend. My kids call me by my first name, by the way.
What do they call you?
Charly. And when they want to tease me, they will say area father. So we have that kind of relationship.
What language do you speak to your kids?
Oh, that is the hardest question that I feel so ashamed to answer. We speak English in the house. And because most of my kids were born abroad, none of them can speak Igbo, unfortunately.
Do you speak Igbo?
Of course, now. Which kind of question be that? Of course, I speak Igbo.
Like I speak fluent Yoruba.
Igbo is like my main language, then followed by broken English. After that, English maybe small. But yeah, I've grown past that. I wish her the best. I keep supporting her in whatever she does, and she's a beautiful girl. She got a beautiful soul like her daddy, and I'm proud.
Okay, rounding off, tell us about your music so we can close.
My music,
because talking to you is so easy. We'll end up doing 5 shows and we haven't said everything. We haven't said all what we want to say.
I'm happy because for the past 6 years I've been in and out of the studio. Anytime I finish to do a song, I guess it's the thrill of doing it. After I've done it, it's like, oh, okay. I put it away. I put it in my library. But this time I'm determined to bring something out. You know why? Because I can use music as another avenue to say all the things
you want to say.
All the things I want to say, to express my frustration. Like we did one I was talking to you about before I came for this interview. The fake pastors, about the fake pastors. I know you're going to like that one.
I love that. I love that.
I even wanted
expose
you
them all.
Yeah, I even wanted you to say a word or two before the song. I think I will still come back. I did that.
Not a problem. We have studio.
Yes.
There. Just send me the lines. I will say it.
I did that one with Files.
Oh wow.
That guy, yeah, the fake pastors. I did one other one, Yeye Government, with Phase of the Plantation
Boys.
Yeah, and like that. So I'm thrilled that I'm coming back. My musical director is trying to put the band together and put some kind of tour, club tours and stuff like that. So I'm really excited.
Absolutely wonderful. It was hanging out with Charly Boy and Doris, and this is as far as we can go on After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters on 96.9 Cool FM, your favorite radio station. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us here.
Guys, have you heard of AK Taxi? Well, AK Taxi is here to change for better the way taxi apps work. In the days of old, you would use your taxi app to call a taxi. The taxi would show up and it will give you an estimate, for instance, between 3,000 and 3,500 naira. You jump into the car, get to your destination, and the driver will give you a 6,000 naira bill. And you'd be like, why is my bill 6,000 naira? And the driver will be like, oh guy, there was hold up. Well, with AK Taxi, prices are not just fixed, they're actually negotiable, meaning you can price the cab after it's giving you a quotation on the app. There's so many benefits of AK Taxi. Well, it will save you money as a user, make you money as a driver, and even make you money on commission if you're going to be an agent. Why not sign up for AK Taxi now? Visit the website ak-taxi.com or call. Take the numbers down. These are very, very important numbers that could take you from poverty to owning your own property. +234 90 666-16106 or +234 803344 8638. You can also send an email to info@ak-taxi.com. Offer your own fare and the prices are fixed. And for drivers, there are no commissions, only a monthly subscription which could be as low as 100 naira. And as an agent, you can make up to 20% on each car under an agent. Sign up now. Send an email to info@ak-taxi.com or visit ak-taxi.com. Don't be left out. Don't say Daddy Freeze didn't hook you up with some good AK. Download AK Taxi today. Available on Android and very soon on iOS. AK Taxi. Taxi the way you love it. The revolution is here.